Warning, the following stunts are done by trained professionals. Actually, we're not trained. Robbie is just a dumbass and decided to do a drunken fantasy football podcast. The thoughts, opinions, and takes are ours and ours only. It is not our fault if you lose in fantasy football or sports gambling. Viewer discretion is advised.
What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the one and only Rumboyz Fantasy Network. I am your host, the one, the only, Rumboyz, Robbie. Ladies and gentlemen, we have got a show for you. But before we get that started, make sure that you hit that like button. Make sure that you share the content. Make sure that you turn this plaque into a silver play button by interacting with the show and dropping comments in the live chat. And most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you also subscribe. Keep on subscribing to the channel. Make sure that you guys share it with all your friends. Make sure that you hit that like button. Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the Rump boys and girls. What it do, dilly dilly. You see that I'm rocking my Dodgers chain. It's a Shohei show this season. We are doing the damn thing. Don't worry. I will be full-time swapping this out for Commander's chain here when the season starts. But it's not about me. It's not about the sports yet. It's about our sponsor right now, GLD. Shop GLD. You can get iced out just like me. Hey, yo, take them to the yacht. Show them what's hot. Link is in the description.
Hop out in Miami when no land, ain't got no understanding. How the hell I'm burning, or turn me on, you can't understand. In the club, posted up, they lit up, no matter where I'm standing. Drop GLD for the Cuban link, yeah, you see it there. Might spaz out on some taller shit, don't want zero tolerance. Money conversations ain't hard to relate, it's hollering. See my net, they acknowledge it, go bring her where you're not.
And also want to give a quick shout out to our homies over at the Fantasy Football Expo. Big shout to Bob Long and the crew. Social media and links for where you can get tickets, events, itinerary, so on and so forth. On the screen that you just saw, link is in the description. Yo, the Rumble is going to be there. We're going to have fun. It's going to be litty. Let's go. Other than that, we want to get into the show. We want to get into the cast and crew. I love this place, right? I love the Rumboyz Fantasy Network because every now and then, we like to bring around a familiar face. And every now and then, people want to come around this block where it's always hot, to remind you that they're that motherfucking great. And ladies and gentlemen, when I talk about greatness, it is the one, the only, no other than Gator J.
We talking about practice? I feel like Patrick Mahomes coming in here all diced up. Look at these diamonds just popping off. Yes, man, I'm in here. It's Friday, and I'm ready to go, Robbie. I am ready to go.
You said diamonds. I think I heard you say the word diamonds.
Diamonds.
Talking about diamonds. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. This man's forehead shines bright like a diamond, but also so does his fantasy football takes. Ladies and gentlemen, you will see him at SFB NYC. Give it up for the homie, TDS Taco.
Since when does my forehead shine if I always got a hat? I was so confused in the beginning. I was like, damn, who got that shiny ass forehead? And then you come with that? Like, where did that come from?
I thought it was
Mr.
Mike too.
Habit.
I thought it was Mike too.
Yeah, I was like, where are we going with this? But I am excited for tomorrow. I get to put my SFB draft in the books, get that bad boy rolling. I'm excited.
Your
First year back after 2 years off, so I got some ideas.
I feel like coming onto the podcast tonight, like I needed to bring like a high chair for you because like you finally get to sit with us, like you know.
Oh man, listen, well, this is gonna be a good year, man. We stepping up to the plate big time, and we gonna eat some lunches out here. Yeah, I mean, goal line goon style.
Whoa. I like that. Hey, shameless plug. Shameless plug.
Yeah, I mean, when it happens, it happens. I mean, like Jay-Z said, I don't write verses, I freestyle them.
You know what's great is I can only say this one thing. I can't say too much. Is that everyone that you guys are gonna see on night? Like we're all gonna have a show together, or either have like multiple shows together. Like I can't say shit, but you guys always know I deliver. You guys always know that I give you the best of the best. I would say I always have some shit up my sleeve, but I'm rocking the Rumboyz tank top tonight. You know, I'm rocking the Rumboyz tank top tonight, the exclusive. So like, I ain't got nothing up my sleeve. Like, but hey, be on the lookout. More to come.
I thought that was a Tottenham.
Goal Line Goon season 2, though, it is confirmed. It is going to be a thing. It is a thing. Fellas, how you doing?
I'm good.
Do you guys see my hat? That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Taco,
that's fucking juicy, by the way.
That's all I gotta say, baby.
Listen, brother.
We eat
to start SFB. I finished today. Our draft finished today.
Nice.
So I drafted before everyone else.
Well, no, I was the second weekend of live drafts.
Did you draft last weekend?
Last Saturday, yeah. We finished it today. We're
a bunch of fucking drunks.
How many rounds did you get done?
10. No, 10. No, you listen. Scott wants 10 rounds, and that's it.
Oh,
okay. We hung out and had a blast afterwards.
Got through 10. Scott was there with us.
We had Bob Scott with us.
I looked at Scott, and Scott looked at me, and we were in round 7, and I was like, I gave him that look. He gave me that look, and I was like, I don't think we're gonna keep.
We ain't doing no more.
And he was like, I don't think I can keep this. I was like,
the 10-round thing is perfect because we got through 10 rounds fairly quickly. I mean, people came in, knew what their strategies, knew what they wanted to do. We kind of moved through it pretty quickly, but it gave everybody a chance to get pictures and hang out and talk and actually get to know each other, person to person. So I would highly recommend anybody ever, Taco, you'll get to see it this year. Maybe is it the first time you're doing a live?
This is first time.
First time. Yeah.
Robbie's been to a couple lives.
Gator. Hey, we got to hit the Madonna really quick. Touched like a virgin.
I would
for the very first time.
All I want to say is that at least I didn't have to ask to be touched. They just touched me. Oh my god!
Whoa! No kidding! Whoa!
All I was gonna say, Taco, was if you get a chance to do a live, whether it's SFB or just a regular live, home draft, whatever.
Oh, I've been doing those for years.
Yeah, but SFB just is on a whole nother level, right?
Well, I do them usually.
And I guarantee you, when you come back next Friday, you'll be like, "Huh, you sons of bitches! Why did you not invite me last year? Why did you not?"
I mean, it's at a bar, so it should be interesting.
100%.
Before we get into our football talk and our sports talk, really quick. We got to decrypt this show. All right. We got to listen, ladies and gentlemen. This is a Friday night podcast. Your typical sports takes are not going to be your typical sports take. There is no off season.
Damn right, baby.
Why did you
come
do that?
prepped.
Why did you knew that my ADD was gonna
Yes.
respond?
Yes. Boom.
I did a lot of that during the draft, by the way. We're gonna keep talking about that here in a second before we get into our sports talk. But first, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Rumboyz Fans Network. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe. We greatly appreciate all of you. It helps all of our careers, honestly. It helps all of us as independent analysts. But shout out to you guys for doing all the dirty work because this season, I have a feeling we're all going to be burning the midnight oil with a lot of the talent and things that are happening around the NFL, which we're going to get into. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. Woo. All the Rum Boys and girls want to do.
Damn, I like that shot glass, kid.
Yeah, so do I. So do the Super Bowl.
Sexy.
Dilly, let's go. So yeah, going back to the live drafts.
I wonder if I should be drinking out of my my little SFB glass, you know.
Yeah,
mine is at my mom's. I was like, I came back with like so much shit, and I was like, yo, there's no way I'm carrying everything that's fragile. Like, we'll talk about that off screen.
Yeah.
So yeah, getting back into the live draft, SFB, I strolled down Denver, found myself on Union Street, catching a fucking train back home at like fucking 7 a.m.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But the person that visited from out of town, you'll notice, Taco, you'll meet someone that comes in from out of town.
Actually, I know two people that are going to be in.
Vic. Fuck you, little bro. I love you.
Yeah, no, fuck you. Fuck you, Victor. I'm sorry, but no, go Braves. By the way,
go Dodgers.
That's fixing to kick
fuck
off.
You, Gator. Fuck you.
Listen.
You're gonna meet.
Bobby gets defensive.
In your draft. You're gonna meet someone at your draft that came in from out of town, and you're gonna be like, "I'm gonna show you a good time." And I did that, and I'm not gonna say this person's name on live stream.
Did Mike come to your live draft?
No. Motherfucker gets in Friday. I take him to the casino. He's like, I've never been to the mountains before. I'm like, we could kill 2 birds in 1 stone. Let's go fucking gamble and let's take you to the mountains. We go to Black Hawk. So now we're in the mountains up in some res gambling. We do that. This motherfucker's he's never been to altitude. This the highest up in America. This is the furthest west in America that he's ever been. I'm gonna bring Mike in really quick because he needs to be here for the story and he knows how this shit's about to fucking go down.
Well, because I know who it's about.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. So day 2 is the day of the draft. We everybody took this motherfucker to the casino. We go to the draft. Hey, welcome Colorado. Here's some breakfast. I'm gonna give you breakfast burritos. Here's some Santiago's. Munch on this. You're good. Like you're gonna be good. We draft. We had 3 different drafts going. I don't think any draft got. I think that my draft was the furthest one, and it got through round 7. No one got to round 10. Because here's the thing, all of us know each other, like everyone knows each other, like in all these circles, but like all of us like here, like really know each other. So like, oh my gosh. So there was like a lot of daps and hugs and like so much like just camaraderie and shit going on. We're gonna talk with the Commanders later. So much camaraderie and shit going on. Like we were bonding. Wow. Like it was great. It was great. We were getting pictures. I don't think I've ever been on Instagram so many times in my motherfucking life, aside from an expo. It was dope. We go for tacos afterwards. We go to Little Mexico City, down the street. We're like, yo, let's go. Oh, all right. We go from there. We take said person with us to the Broncos Stadium.
Oh no!
Go to the Broncos Stadium. He ain't never been on his stomping grounds. He a Broncos fan. He a Broncos fan. So like, yo, like, let's get it. Same thing that you do for anyone that's you know, if they came to your town. From there, we split for the people that take us, that were at the draft with us. And I'm like, do you want to keep going and do you want to bar hop?
I think I know who you're talking about now.
I took us to motherfucking Coyote Ugly.
Sounds like a name that starts with a C.
Yeah.
Yes.
I took us to motherfucking Coyote Ugly. What's up, Gary? Bro, right on 16th Street.
let's just say
Comic
draft
Con
legend.
happened that same day.
C from Dallas.
Bro, Comic Con happened that same day. So Comic Con happens, fantasy drafts happens. We meet for tacos. We meet at fucking in this diamond to go for drinks. I had the greatest time of my life. Calvin had the greatest time of his life.
Oh,
Hey!
Listen, Linda. Oh shit! I just said it. Oh, I did it. Cardinal sin. Listen, he ended up someplace. I will not reveal that place. I ended up
moving on.
Someplace, and I'll not reveal that place. But yo,
I'll reveal that place.
Fuck yeah, brother.
I'll reveal where you went.
Oh,
you went to the furry convention.
Wait. Duh.
Hey.
Don't know. Hi.
Don't know. Hi.
So you said it was Comic-Con?
Across the street.
So how many furries did you see running around?
Bro, there ain't furries at Comic-Con. Like,
I'm talking like the one that we saw.
And speaking of,
yo.
Hi.
what up, Steve Brown?
Get out of the chat while you can.
Leave now.
Say my name. Memphis Maine with a question. Mafia, Rumboyz, should I pick with the second pick PPR Superflex Fantasy this season? Luckily you're here, and luckily we're about to get into that.
What spot of the draft?
We're second overall pick is what I'm guessing.
Second overall pick. Oh, okay.
It's Superflex, so
Gotcha.
it's
How about But with that second pick, though, I mean, depending on your scoring settings, I want you to type that out first before we get into that.
give me all your scoring settings first.
Ladies and gentlemen, Davante Adams seemingly has responded while on the red carpet this week at the premiere of Netflix Receiver series, who some of us have already gotten into and some of us have yet to get into because we've been too busy enjoying our 4th of July weekend.
Came out this week.
Davante Adams was questioned on the red carpet about how he felt in a roundabout to his performance against the Los Angeles Chargers, due to the fact that the Los Angeles Chargers had featured him in their social media video when they had to open up against the Raiders with a box of garbage-flavored Pop-Tarts. Davante Adams then responded with, I basically own you. I have Davante Adams' stats here against the Chargers. Per StatMuse, Davante Adams has 41 catches, 535 yards, and has scored 4 touchdowns in 5 games against the Chargers in his career. That's career whole. Davante just alluded to just what he's done as a Raider. What are you guys' thoughts? Should we maybe peek into, when week 1 comes and those stats come out, maybe looking at Davante's overs? Mike, take it away.
To me, it's too early to tell on the. I mean, yeah, he's going to have a revenge, but if you watch the rest of the series, which I recommend doing, I'm a couple episodes in. It's not all on Davante. You got to get him the ball, and I don't know if they're necessarily going to do that with this running style offense. So could you go overs? Yeah, like, is he going to get his due? Yeah, but I don't necessarily know if getting his overs due to a revenge game because of a post is what the Raiders are going to end up doing.
Take crashing out on Jimmy G receiver. But was it really crashing out, though? From the clip that I saw, I don't know if it's really crashing out.
He literally handed Aiden O'Connell the game ball over Jimmy G.
That's crashing out. That's like mildly like fuck.
He reached over and said, "Here's the game ball, AOC, for your first win over Jimmy G."
Gator.
I have not seen this series yet, so I plan on trying to binge watch that over the next couple days.
Gary, you didn't do what we did.
Starting Sunday, because yet again I'm still recovering from last week. Here's what I will tell you about Davante Adams, stud. We all know, right? But when you look at his props, his average line last year was 67 yards. His average result was 61.6 yards. Basically, he hit the over 50% of the time. He hit the under the other 50% of the time. Not hard to figure that out. But the one that he crushed was against the Chargers. In the last game against the Chargers, his line was at 69.5. He went 101. 8 receptions. The line was 6.5. And of course, touchdowns was a half. He hit the touchdown as well. Against the Chargers, it's a divisional foe. It's whatever. I think the more important thing that we need to talk about with Davante Adams is we're again in trade talks again. We're talking about Deontay Adams going to the Jets again. Aaron Rodgers, Davante Adams. Let's make love. Get the little love symbols out. Let's go.
Well,
I love get the love symbols out while him and I are flicking each other off.
Y'all are off. I mean, Davante Adams, Aaron Rodgers are over here. I love you.
Here we go. Wow.
But wait, it gets better because even Garrett Wilson's is like, come on.
I was setting this up because I knew Robbie would come at me if I brought that thread in here. But I was gonna weave that bad boy.
No, Taco, I did it for you. I did it for you, Taco. So
I was gonna weave that bad boy right
before he goes. I just want to say because we'll talk about it before you go, Taco. One of the reasons I think this is going on is in the show they asked Davante on a solo cam what he thought about them benching Jimmy G. His quote was something to the extent of, I signed off on it. They knew it had to happen if they wanted me to stay a Raider.
But it wasn't just him, Crosby as well.
No, Crosby, Jacobs, there was multiple.
Yeah. So it wasn't just.
But it just happened that it just came out 2 days ago in the documentary of them portraying it like it was just Davante.
But the two have nothing to do with each other with this. Stop. Tay is staying a Raider. Tay is staying a Raider.
I agree he's staying a Raider. Okay.
They're saying Rodgers could become
them picks.
All I want to say is
could jump ship.
Davante Adams is one of those elite, premier, all-time great receivers. And what the Chargers social media team, who's normally super top-notch, did there, I think that's a misstep. Like, around some of these legends, even if they are competitive, garbage-flavored Pop-Tarts. Are you serious? I own you, motherfuckers. How you put me next to garbage-flavored Pop-Tarts when I got 4 touchdowns in 5 games, when I'm putting up about $1 a game on you? You can't guard me, and you calling me Pop-Tart flavored garbage? That's the misstep that I saw that happen here. Follow that up with, I think the Jets are pumping this noise because let's face it, Aaron Rodgers needs to make sure the attention is off him and whatever political things he's going to come up with next, or whatever take he has on True Social that he's been brewing up, or whatever thing he has coming up next. You know, he knew what to sprinkle for the New York media to make them go, huh? Just immediately stop all the bullshit. They're chasing something else. I don't probably think that's going to happen. If that happens, it's probably going to happen toward the deadline. If the Raiders are out of it, the Jets are still in it, then I can probably see maybe something happening. I think that when you have guys like Crosby, you have guys like the coach Pierce down there, that's a little something of a chemistry in a locker room that I think Adams might not be running away from that. Like, you know what I mean? Like in a different situation, maybe. But I think that Pierce seems like he had that locker room and that whole team kind of like, in a symbiotic relationship. Now you add in a guy like Minshew who can go either way. He could be like, Mr. Turnover Mania, or it could be Uncle Rico out there. And if it's Uncle Rico with Tay, then that's an interesting combination.
I don't think.
Don't sleep on Uncle Rico. Don't sleep on Uncle Rico.
Stop.
He's done it. He's done it. He's shown it. Every time you want to be like,
here's the Raiders' downfall. Here's the Raiders' downfall. Okay, so whatever the opening line is, I'll start by saying this: whatever the opening line is on Davante Adams come week 1, I'm gonna take that over. Soft coverage is week 1. Corner still got to look. Backpedaling's hard. Okay, you got to get them heels back in full speed shape. All right, you got to get them Achilles in full speed shape. I will take the over on Davante Adams props. Davante, just because you have the ability to crush the Chargers by yourself does not necessarily always say that it results to wins. Granted, the Chargers have been losing by 9 points more than any other team in the National Football League for possibly, potentially, maybe even since 1991. We'll start there and above since the year, I stepped onto this earth. This is now a hardball team, and a hardball team is going to give you fits. Do I think that stepping into week 1 that this team is going to be ready to face the Raiders after what Taco just mentioned about Antonio Pierce, so on and so forth? Fuck no. I think that this Raiders team is going to be moving full octane. They're going to be ready to go. You win the battle. I don't know if you're going to win this war.
Damn.
Harbaugh's way of coaching and the way that he's going to grind out teams throughout the season. Cool. You get off in week 1. And you're going to be, in terms of fantasy, for all the fantasy managers out there, he's going to be a top perennial guy, a top 5 guy, no matter what, hands down.
Speaking of Davante Adams, he just got drafted right ahead of me in best ball right now.
Oh.
You're a fucking degenerate.
For real.
Hey, it's a Scott Fishbowl satellite. It's for charity.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't
Why
matter.
are you in a satellite?
It doesn't matter if it's a Scott Fishbowl satellite or just a normal bus ball on a platform. It doesn't matter. Don't you dare call him a degenerate, because I'm included in degeneracy.
We're all degenerates.
Well, I mean, listen, I don't have as many leagues as you guys.
He got picked 18. He got picked 18th overall.
But no, with that being said and with that being stated, this is going to be a different team that you're going to face. But week 1, you're going to open up and you're going to tear the Chargers the fuck apart. What that's going to look like the second time that you have to face them, I don't know. And that's going to be dependent on how this team can effectively secure the run game, and then also how quickly they can figure out in the passing game who to trust.
That's a whole other interesting question,
which we'll get into later as to why certain teams with top perennial quarterbacks, well, only 2 teams that we'll discuss later on with top perennial quarterbacks, rank in the bottom half in skill positions, and it's nothing to do with the quarterbacks, it's what's around them. I want to get into the next topic here. I feel like it's great timing. Davante, wish you the best of will throughout the season. Taco, this is a perfect one for you to head off. Did not write this in this way by any chance, but I'm gonna let you get your rocks off. All right, no Diddy.
Oh yeah, I want this.
Wow, no Diddy. Video recently,
no doubt.
Bad boy.
Yo, pause. Video recently released of Jaden Daniels interviewing the New York Giants on Hard Knocks, which of course we know is he got ended up in a better situation the New York Giants by ending up with the Washington Commanders. Does this make you panic a little bit, though, after seeing the video where Daniels maybe fudged a little bit on the play? There's a lot of social media hype, overreaction, underreaction. What are your thoughts? What's your reaction after seeing the clip?
To me, it's more like, you know, the kid is under a lot of pressure. He's going through a lot of interviews. He's getting a lot of things thrown at him. For you to have him pick up a play and know everything right there and then on that particular thing, especially knowing that you're 6, you know, I don't know 100% if his whole heart was in it, to be honest with you. That's my kind of thing. Is like, are we getting him like really locked?
No shit, his heart wasn't in it, Taco. He was interviewing for the fucking bum-ass New York Giants. What did you think he was going to do for your little
that's what I'm saying. People are making it into a big deal, and I'm sitting there thinking, like, was he even giving it his all that you're sitting there hoo-ha and hemming and hawing and doing everything? What was interesting to me, though, and what did stand out to me was Drake May. Like, Drake May was the opposite. More like he took command of it, and you kind of sit back and you're like, you're impressed by him. You sit back and you're like, God damn. Whereas with Jaden Daniels, I don't know if because again, what did they say about CJ last year? CJ did horrible in the Wonderlic, comes out best quarterback that came out as a rookie in a long time. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much that comes to that kind of a situation that I'm not going to hold him at fault for not having the correct answer or not delivering right there, which obviously you want him to. But at the same point in time, you know you're on camera, right? He knew he was being filmed for this shit. There's a lot of things that are going into it. I don't know how he's reacting there. But at the same point in time,
you don't know that it's gonna be. You don't know that it's gonna be the Giants that get selected for Hard Knocks. Like, at that time, no one knows. The teams don't even know.
But do they record? Like, they recording you like that, and you just like
yes. Oh yes.
Really,
bro. So when I did the rookie interviews, like. So everywhere that I walked, and like even if I just passed players, they had a camera, 1 or 2 following them. And that's not counting their personal crews that they had with them.
Jesus.
Like it's
but like each team you think does that in the offseason? That's what I'm saying. Like this amount of cameras that they have and the setup and
go look at the
because they're even doing like side meeting.
Go look at Josh Jacobs' rookie sideline interview, his rookie entrance sideline interview with Steve Smith, who's in the back playing catch with Kyler.
Yeah, but I think Taco's right. Some of the sites, if they knew they were going to do this, I think they might have done it to 2 teams and figured it out.
No, those crews are everywhere. There's someone from every crew everywhere.
Taco mentioned not those crews. He's talking about all the side interviews, just the solos.
Yeah.
With the GM and a scouting person and
all that stuff gets filmed. Everything gets filmed.
Not
everything.
Like that,
yes.
The Lions on the regular are going to pull their GM for an interview?
You have to realize from the NFL standpoint, you have to realize from Paramount standpoint, Viacom standpoint, all the Warner Brothers, all these big film studios and shit like that, they're thinking all the way from pick 1 to the last pick.
We're not talking about the draft. We're talking about like
yes, all those interviews. Yes, that shit gets filmed because you know why? You know why? Because the NFL is such a $1 billion organization where they're thinking how far in advance. They don't want to miss a single moment. They don't want to miss a single heartbeat.
They don't get the war rooms like 3 weeks before time, like where they were going through the free agent guys. That's not stuff that they normally record.
Yes. Every team's internal social media department is also with NFL Films. They all have to share all of that.
I don't know, man. This seems a little the way they're interviewing these guys on the side shortly after these conversations, unless they're going back way after, you have to know that there are cameras inside your thing that is set up to record this. Unless
everyone knows. Everyone knows. You're not gonna fucking miss a big ass camera. Everyone knows it's obvious.
So that's what I'm saying for Jaden. It's a lot of things going on for a team that he knows he's probably not going to go to.
That's a part.
It's not a great look, but I'm not sitting there and over analyzing like I know a lot of people are like, oh my god, this and that.
All I'm saying is that it's a part of the process. Lights, camera, action is a part of the process. It's the same thing for us back here. Once the light is on, it's on. Once you're here, you're here. Once your take is made, it's made. You know, so it's the same thing. If I'm Jaden in that situation, it's the Giants. Let me get myself out of this. Yeah, I didn't remember that call. What did you say? I got the whole play right, but I missed that one signal. What? Yeah. I'm going to get myself out of that. I'm getting myself out of that.
Meanwhile,
In front of everyone, God, and everybody. You got to realize these kids, especially these kids nowadays, they're so media trained and they're so accustomed to it.
Well, I'm Jaden Daniels. I wouldn't want to be in New York either.
But they don't care about what it's going to look like. From an athlete standpoint, it matters what I do on the field. Well, I don't care whatever I do on the turf matters. I don't care if you worry about how I did on the Wonder Lick or any of these other things. Gator, you put on a pair of pads just like I did. Did you ever give a fuck what any local newspaper had to say about you? No, I'm going out there and I'm hitting somebody.
I still can't read, so I don't know.
I can't read because of CTE.
I still can't read.
Jesus
Listen,
Christ. All right, 81.
This is 100% to do about nothing other than, because I haven't watched very much of this Hard Knocks yet. I started watching it this afternoon, and holy fuck, Taco, I'm sorry. Your front office is fucking garbage.
Garbage.
Wow. I can run that front office with a, high school degree and, 7.5+ years of military service. I can do that way better than any of those fucking Harvard grads or whatever they got going on up there. Those fake diplomas. I hear
that Saquon shit was wild.
I will tell you this. None of that changes my opinion one way or the other on Jaden Daniels. I was the same way about another player we'll talk about later last year for very much these same reasons. Size, stature, still a rookie, taking over a new system. Yes, I'm a little worried about Jaden Daniels, but it's not anything that had to do with media or television or Hard Knocks or anything of that. The only thing that show showed me is that Taco, you in for a ride, my guy. You are in for a ride.
Yo, what was crazy to me?
Well, what do you think is the worst thing that they did then?
What was crazy to me is for Dable to, I think it was what was it? It was I'm trying to remember. I'm now trying to remember to play, and I almost have like parts down. I think it was like it's like one house
F.
Yeah, one house F. Like it was like he had to erase the H where the F was.
Jaden kept saying Z.
No, I think he kept saying H.
Or maybe it was H, but he had him change the whole play.
He had
the whole play. Like write down your favorite play. Then he had him change the H to the Z to the Z.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
So he had him change everything.
And he had to the
play.
He had to change he had to try and change it to his language.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I think that's where everyone on Twitter was like,
and that's fine. You can do that.
He's not Josh Allen.
As a coach, you can do that. And you should do that.
But
don't point it out every single time and stop him mid-conversation and go, what's the play?
Yeah,
and then when
that was what got me.
I mean, it was like, wait a damn minute. You changed the play on him.
You're trying to
say he changed the play like it's the same play, but he moved the
You're trying to put him under duress because of how much duress that the offense that you have been coaching underneath the your tenure as a head coach has been under. That goes to show. I feel like that was less of a representation of how Jaden could have picked it up. And I'm not saying this as a Commanders fan. But I am saying this as a standpoint of I've seen this drill a million of fucking times. Bro, this is a representation of how you have no time. You have nothing back there. I'm no person as a fan of my organization speak about a quarterback having time. But fuck. That was you can't just keep repeatedly, you know what I mean? I mean, you can. You have guys like Russell Wilson who deals with that perfectly fucking fine. Same thing about Russell Wilson, but the guy can just have the headphone cut out and call a whole play by himself. No holds bar. I think that it was in this season of Hard Knocks, from what I'm seeing, it's opening up more about what we didn't know what was going on internally with the Giants.
Well, yeah, I think it's going to be more of a indictment on the New York Giants front office more than anything else.
Pork rolls all around, Mike.
But I think to that point, I think we're going to see this more often if they're going to do this, because this is the first time they've done an off-season Hard Knocks. And I don't think they're picking teams that are up in the upper echelon. They're going to pick teams that have a little bit of turbulence for a reason, because guess what? It makes goddamn TV. You know, they're going to pick a team in the top 10-ish every freaking year. Are they always going to pick a GM that some of us think didn't look good? Maybe not. But they're not going to go and pick the team. They're not going to go and look at John Lynch or go look at, even Gators GM, who is a good GM. I don't think they would go down to they're not going to go in that.
I'm going to be honest. And I've heard this on a few different, blog spots. I mean, in different blogs, you got to pick and choose. But I've heard this multiple times where we were overlooked because we had Adam Peters as our GM. So it was like, well, you're going to turn it around. He came from San Fran. It was like,
exactly,
may not get as much juice.
But I also think that I also heard something that they made the same rule for the Hard Knocks offseason that they did for the, where if they had a new GM, the team didn't have to do it. Like they don't have to if they have a new head coach. We'll see what happens with the Bears, because the Bears are getting the regular offseason or the regular training camp one. But what I want to say about this situation is everything got brought up about, them looking bad. The whole Jaden Daniels, I think, was a little bit over. I think Jaden needs to be – I don't care about what that showed. I agree with I actually am going to agree with Taco for once.
Once, I got how many times you've agreed with me? It's a regular thing.
I agree with you on the Drake May scenario that you brought up. That showed me more than Jaden Daniels showed me. But what I want to talk about the Giants, just because I find it funny, because my friends made fun of me one time joking around, oh, you couldn't run a 40 in this and you couldn't run a 40 in that. The discussion of how slow people would run a 40 in a box with freaking Dable's like, I could run a 40 in 7.5 seconds with a cheeseburger in my hand and blah, 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 blah. Like, that discussion was great TV. I don't care what people say. That was amazing.
That's one of those ones when you're being recorded and you just fuck around.
You just say dumb shit.
Yeah. The one goes like, I could run it under 10, and Dable's like, I could run it under 7.5. And then they see Xavier Worthy running. They're like, do you still think you could run it 3 seconds slower than him?
No, I like for real though. Like, I find the whole thing kind of interesting, just how fan bases react and overreact.
That's New York.
I saw from my fan base people being like, oh my gosh, we now have the wrong guy. I saw people from the Giants fan base in their fan groups and stuff saying, oh, it sucks that one that I completely remember. It sucks that we suck because we would have loved to have him, or it sucks that we suck because he chose to suck at this. Which is kind of like what we talked about, him kind of taking the interview. yeah, it's very, very interesting of how different people in different fan bases overreact to the slightest and dumbest shit. The day after Jaden Daniels won an ESPY for male collegiate athlete. So like, I mean, fuck it, or whatever it was. So I think it was male collegiate athlete. I believe it was.
Hey, Yankees might win.
Fuck the Yankees. Don't do that. Don't. What
Shout out to
what are you doing? Anyways, want to get into another topic here.
Robbie, Taco's just being Taco. I mean, go ahead.
Exactly.
Well, I mean,
didn't want to say it.
as long as Taco's being Taco, we can fit this one in.
Pause.
Whoa!
Mike, I let you have that.
Jesus Christ!
That was good. That was good.
And I thought that this question was probably the question I was going to get before.
Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, I thought that was the question I was going to get.
I'll let you go first, though, Tucker.
Thank you.
Knicks star Jalen
Just
Brunson
last.
agrees to a 4-year, $156.5 million extension, $113 million less than he's eligible to receive in 2025 per Woj. Taco, your Knicks.
See y'all next week. Taco will be back.
Y'all are gonna keep sucking dick, just so you know. But how about your Knicks?
I mean, the best thing is that has been a rumor that's been buzzing now for the last couple of weeks. So we kind of knew it was coming. And like we didn't know the Bridges trade was coming. Now, with him getting this contract, first of all, it's the ultimate team deal. He looked at it and he said, like, I followed Mahomes, I followed Brady, I followed Jeter. I'm taking their footsteps, right? 2, this motherfucker, his godfather is the GM of the Knicks. Leon Rose is his godfather.
Yeah.
You know that his dad is on the coaching staff. There's not a place in the world. You know that when he was a kid, his dad played for the Knicks and he was in the locker room for the last good Knicks team. You know that during this run, they had all the classic Knicks out. Jalen Brunson understands what it is to be a Knick. He understands what the job is. The mission is to win a championship. And if he takes so much money, it's gonna inhibit the team from being able to do other things and being able to make other moves. So what he said is, I want to win championships. And now the table is set for us to make additional moves with the security of knowing that his contract is locked in. And let's not forget that when we traded for Bridges is already on a good deal. And there is rumors that he's going to do something similar because we have the Nova Knicks. They all want to stay together. They want to win championships. And they know New York hasn't won a championship since the 70s. You come in right now and you win a championship for the Knicks and you do this as a group. This will be one of the most vaunted groups that have ever played basketball. The 30 for 30 will be the first one that gets released in movie theaters. It will literally be the movie of all movies. It will be the greatest story ever told. So yes, this is a great move. And yes, this is not the last move. Thank you, Jalen Brunson. You are a leader.
Taco, can I ask you a question? Because I honestly don't remember the answer.
Yeah. Yes, he's the anti-LeBron.
No. OG is still a free agent, right?
No, we signed him to a deal. We gave him what they quote-unquote say was a little bit more money than he deserved. But no, we locked him in. Now we have Bridges for 2 years, and then we have Brunson locked in. You have DiVincenzo locked in. You got Josh Hart there. Now it looks like Julius Randle has an expiring contract next year with a player option. More than likely, if they're not extending him, I could see a trade. And the Knicks need a center. So Karl Anthony Towns is a lot of rumors. CP the franchise is saying Karl Anthony Towns. I think it's an interesting fit.
Bro, here's the thing. Y'all ain't shit.
Man, listen.
Shit. Y'all ain't been shit since Ewing.
Guess what? Since
Yeah. Choke real quick. I just heard
right now we about to Kendrick Lamar the fucking schoolyard.
Bro, get out of here with that. Get out of here.
We about to Kendrick Lamar the schoolyard.
You bugging. You bugging.
We don't wanna
stop it. No, listen, congratulations to Jalen Brunson for getting your bag. Well deserved.
Out.
You weren't gonna go nowhere else to get that shit.
What?
All right, it is what it is. I'm kidding, man. Brunson, you was worthy. You are worthy. Your Knicks aren't gonna win shit, Taco.
I don't know about that.
I could walk back the Brunson hate for a minute because he does deserve this moment. I'm not gonna hate on a young brother's pockets because I wouldn't want another brother to hate on my pockets. But what I am gonna hate on is yo dumbass.
When we win that title, I'm gonna sit here right on live and I'll be able to look you right in the face and say, I told you so. Like I'm gonna take the futures bet on them. I'm gonna put like a solid like 20, not cents, dollars. So we are clear.
Oh, so you're actually gonna bet in dollars and not cents and
Well,
Hey.
Let me just say
see my last UFC bets. Come on.
What makes it worse is that I'm a UNC fan and Villanova. They buried us 2017. That was a thing. That was real life. I haven't quite recovered. You know? So seeing y'all get the band back together like we are together after 2 weeks of not being on air together, it does hurt. It's not as wholesome as this. But maybe you guys can create as much magic as this show creates. So I'll leave you with that. That does fit us in time for another topic because
I don't get a take on this.
Do you have spit it real quick?
Real quick. This just really feels like 2016, 2017 Villanova.
It is.
Jalen Brunson, Deontay DiVincenzo, Josh Lark. Can we get Kyle Lowry involved in this team somehow? We got to, right? Here's the thing. This is a Tom Brady move. This is
wow. He says it with fucking rings on saying, okay, Thanos.
Absolutely. I mean,
okay, Brady.
This is what it's all about, right? Get in the ring. It's what it's all about. Go get the ring. Listen, he's going to lose $37 million over these next 4 years because of this contract. Now,
more than that, like $100 million.
I'm sorry, $113 million is what he's going to lose over the next 4 years. The next contract he's going to be up for, he's going to be 32 to 33 years old at that point. Do you see a max deal coming then? I doubt it.
His endorsement money is going to be ridiculous, my G.
Hello.
Yeah, I don't understand.
This is all about winning a championship, and rebuilding and rekindling the 2016-2017 Villanova.
Wait. All about
team,
winning a championship. They haven't won shit.
The
Knicks aren't shit, bro.
Listen,
But you make this move to try to win championships and you try to secure the ability to play basketball with your friends and your teammates and your fellow warriors for the next couple of years. Because how you make sure that you keep Bridges in there? Somebody's going to have to take less.
Well, you got to go.
The leader said, I want to make sure that Mikal come here and rock out with me in OG because now we just nasty like that.
It's like I said, it's gonna be wild.
It's gonna be wild.
Yeah, they go get Kyle Lowry, they go get Colin Glipsy, a couple of these, maybe a Jermaine Sanders, a Cam Whitmore, something like that to put it all together for Villanova 2016-17 and to the Knicks. I mean,
stop.
There's a couple other players they could add to this mix. That Brunson's probably going to just move into the.
I cannot deal with the Villanova Knicks winning shit. I'm gonna be honest.
We've already been the Nova Knicks.
Like the Knicks winning would be enough for me. the Villanova Knicks would be. That's a double dose of that I
Sure.
just got.
We don't call ourselves the villain. We just the Nova Knicks. It's the
Yeah.
Nova Knicks. That's what we call ourselves. And
Okay,
we've been there
so-
for a while. We got Brunson. We got
Fuck Nova
DiVincenzo.
Knicks.
We got Hart. Now we got Bridges, bro. We
No,
like
what
Thanos.
you
We
got,
got
Mike?
the
You got
gauntlet.
Mike.
Before we go to halftime, real quick, the only
Coach
thing that can make
Schweiniger.
the only thing that can make this more putrid in my mouth is if Thibodeau gets pissed off and quits, and they hire Jay Wright as the freaking coach.
No,
Well,
they're not going to do that.
No.
Thibodeau is like
No,
locked in.
I'm just making the joke that freaking Wright as the head coach would make it more Nova.
Oh,
yeah. That'd be
I think
super
that
fun.
might one day happen. Maybe a couple
Just
years
say-
from now.
Just saying.
Yeah, maybe 3 years from now. That's a possibility.
He's only going to
If
have
we don't win a championship.
he's only going to
I
have
feel like
I
69
feel like this whole
million.
take from all three of you was just to like triple down on Nova plus Nick shit.
Well, I thought it was just to waste time and talking about something stupid.
Nah,
That's what I was
I was
saying.
going to try to fit in a fourth one. I was about to try to fit in a fourth one, but we're still going to fit it in. Whoa.
Pause.
Pause.
It's on taco, so it's cool.
Whoa,
Let's get it. Cheers to me. Cheers
Nothing's
to
on
you.
me.
All the Rumboyz and girls, what it do? Dilly dilly. It's halftime with the crew. You're tuning into the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. We have fantasy football talk coming up. We got more NFL talk coming up.
Oh yeah.
We may get into a staff pick card
What?
that could result into a live pick card tomorrow for one staff member in the building for UFC Denver.
Are you going?
Ooh.
Maybe or possibly.
We are going to talk about that on the other half of the show. Dilly dilly.
Dun, dun, dun.
Cheers to you. Arrrrrrr.
Just stick to the plot. And stick to the plot. And stick to the plot. And stick to the screen. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to do it just shit. Just stick to the plot. And stick to the plot. And stick to the plot. And stick to the screen. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to do it just shit. See, it's kinda funny. You stick to the road to the riches and hope you don't crash like some dummy. To get to this money, you cut every piece of the pie to find out you sliced into an onion. Now let's change the subject. These niggas who think they got something, but actually they end up with nothing. It's getting disgusting. I'm tired of the fucking assumptions. I'm about to blow up like corruption, so stick to it. Stick to the plan. When you lose it, gotta get it again. Keep it moving, never stick in the sand. Even when tired, like Michelin man, shit, I know I'm the man, so I don't give a damn about opinions. I'm racking up millions, you stacking up pennies. She throwing it back in the back of the venue. Now we taking off in her man and his feelings. Now back to the business. Back to the lab with my niggas. Actually back doing laps in the trenches. It's my second home. I ain't have to go visit. I stay resident, embedded to live in the life of a nigga. By day we just niggas. At night we the victim. The life of go get 'em, so I'ma go get it. I stick to my plan. I stay on my mission. And stick to the plan. And stick to the plan. And stick to the screen. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to do it just shit. Just stick to the plan. And stick to the plan. And stick to the plan. And Hey, stick to the script. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to do it just shit. So this is my message. Sometimes you just living in life, be an actor. Don't try to direct it. Now let's change direction. This life that we live for the lesson. Don't count chickens, start counting blessings before they go missing. I promise you, I'm on a mission. I want something, I'ma go get it. No hidden intentions. I open my eyes, saw my vision. Now everyone see that I'm gifted. I'm rapping like Christmas. You niggas just under a tree. I'm smoking it, not metaphorically. I'm smoking no tree. No one's smoking no me. So when I say you're under it, no, that means me. I'm a poet MC and I'm living my dream. Hoping that hopefully you see the hope in me. And if you don't fuck it, cause I'm all I need. Keep my ear to the game and my mind to the streets. I'm a beast. Stick to the number one mission in hand. Stay true to yourself and give your life meaning. And fuck their opinions, they won't understand. To get to the top, gotta give all you got. Only getting one shot, so give up or not until your heart stops. Gotta stick to the plot. And stick to the plot. And stick to the plot. And stick to the script. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to do it just shit. Just stick to the plot. And stick to the plot. And stick to the plot. And stick to the script. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to do it just shit. Just stick to the script.
Hop out in Miami when I'm land, I got no understanding. How the hell I'm burning, don't turn me on, you can't understand it. In the club, posted up, they lit up, no matter where I'm standing. Drop CLD for the Cuban link, yeah, you see it there. Might spaz out on some taller shit, don't want zero tolerance. Money conversations ain't hard to relate, it's hollering. See my net, they acknowledge it, good friend, girl, when you're not.
You don't have to worry, it's my time right now, cause the boy about to blow up. They gon' pay me before I show up. Why you hating? You don't know us. Never make it what they told us. But we don't listen to haters, we just keep.
You are live here with the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Dilly. Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the Rumboys and girls. What it do? Yo, I feel like I got. Hold on. I'm gonna run it back. I'm gonna run it back real quick. I'm gonna run it back. Can I run it back like Ricky Williams real quick? Can I run it back like Adrian Peterson when he's with the Washington team back in the day, up against some Eagles for 99 yards? Can I run it back like Devin Hester? Let's go. Hey, cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz and girls want to do. Dilly. We love and appreciate all of you. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We love y'all.
Hold on. I wasn't ready.
Take your shot.
You ready?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, you doing 10 cup. Oh, shit. Straight out the bottle.
Is that bullet?
No, that's 10 cup.
Okay.
Oof. Yeah.
That's all I have left of the bottle. I might as well finish it.
Yeah. Oh, my. This motherfucker's going to be lit for the second half of the show. Feel free to dono. Make it worth his while.
No.
Like, bro, make it worth his while. Like, if you're not subscribed over on YouTube, subscribe over on YouTube. You already know the vibes.
If you do dono, it has to be hashtag cutoffs.
Like, we haven't tried this. I don't know if it shows like if you guys sub on Twitch.
Dono with a hashtag 10 cup.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine if it was subs? If it was subs on Twitch plus donos on YouTube?
Nope.
Like, fuck.
It'd be like last weekend for you.
Whiskey, won't you go away?
We thought that's why you left earlier, Mike.
Like, yo, this motherfucker said, I don't care about them.
No, my freaking camera looked like freaking I was in Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah, no, you good. No, you good. There's a topic that I'm actually pretty anxious to get into.
I don't know.
And what's dope about this topic is, like, when we dissect this offense, there's a couple of different ways that we can look at it. I mean, it depends on how each person's brain works, obviously. The Green Bay Packers face a tough road ahead as they try and maintain the lowest quarterback turnover ratio in National Football League history. With Jordan Love, does he arise to the occasion, or are you worried about the weapons that may surround him on the offensive side of the ball? If you guys are noticing, this is probably going to be a running theme where we're talking about these skill positions and not necessarily the quarterback itself. So we're talking about the Tevin Weeds. We're talking about Romeo Doubs, Christian Watson,
Luke Musgrave.
Yep, Musgrave, Tucker, Josh Jacobs in the backfield, Lloyd, who I'm excited to talk about. What are you guys' thoughts like just when we talk about this offense as a whole, and how it could potentially help make or break Jordan Love? We know that he's kind of in these. It's a weird situation with Jordan Love because, like, is he in a contract talk?
Mm-hmm.
Like, but he's not, because, like, you don't kind of have to do it, but, like, you do, and you might as well get it. The politics behind it. Mike, fucking talk.
He's going to get a goddamn deal, and he's going to probably deserve it. He might not deserve it as much as, like, you know, Lamar and them got, but like you said, he's going to be next in line. So when that does happen, I don't want to hear the guy down in the bottom, not Gator, but the other guy, complain that a next guy got it next up, because that's what just happens. That's what happened to your guy. Talking about the offense, I am not worried about this offense. I think it's going to be I'd be more worried if I had one of the wide receivers on a fantasy team, in the sense that he's going to spread the ball out. I'm not worried about having the weapons.
That's his playing style.
That's fine. You got Luke Musgrave. I like Tucker Kraft. The one that I don't like weapon-wise is Jacobs, because I just don't believe in Jacobs as a whole. But that's
do you like Tucker Kraft because he's that rumble, tumble? This is me being nitpicky, and I'm sorry, but I don't care.
He proved he's not just a blocker. when
No,
Musgrave was out.
no, but he's that rumble tumble after the catch, whereas Musgrave gives me this like Laporta type of feel where it's like I'll hit you. I'm coming off the block and I'm like, but I can be smooth and sexy with it. We're all right. We're UFC fans. We're both UFC fans. Remember how Lyoto Machida fought?
Dude, okay.
Oh, wait. Remember how Lyoto Machida fought? I feel like that Musgrave is that Machida where, like, I'm going to for tight ends saying that they would avoid a hit is weird. And I don't mean to, like, but, like, Machida was so elusive and, like, he could avoid, like, and he could brush off and he could parry just so crazy in ways that other fighters couldn't. He could feint that other Musgrave can just hit you with that. And he's so fucking gentle with it. Just
okay, if he's Machida, I'm really curious of what you're saying Kraft is.
Kraft is Liddell. Kraft is Chuck Liddell. I'm here, bitch. Let's go. Like, I have the ball.
Robbie,
I'm right in your face. I'm right in your grill.
I'm disappointed in you right now.
I that's how I feel.
You know where I live. You know what part of the country I live. For you to compare Tucker Kraft to Chuck Liddell is like comparing frickin' Burger King.
You're gonna go to Tito comparison? You fucking
No, I am a Chuck. No, I am saying he is not good enough to be Chuck Liddell. He is not. He's more of a Tito.
Okay, fine. I'll take that.
I put Liddell way above Tito.
I'll take that. Well, the point is, one is a bruiser, one's gonna punch you in the fucking mouth, and one can just be so twinkle toes.
But overall,
but still whoop your fucking ass.
But overall, to Love, to get back to the point, my whole point with Love is, I don't think Love's the problem. Yes, I do think did they find a Super Bowl winner? No. Did they find a 7 to 10 year starting quarterback? Absolutely. Because they're not making him be they're not making him win.
Now the guy, what about the weapons around the guy? We agree that this is the guy. Jordan Love's the guy.
I'm okay with the weapons. And I do not think Christian
You're
Watson
okay
is
with this. When you see Stroud and what he's worked with down there in fucking Houston, when you see what
I trust LaFleur more than I trust
in Cincy,
I trust LaFleur more than I trust Slowick.
Well,
you look. Luke Musgrave, Tucker Kraft, they are the exact same person.
No, they're not.
Hell, they're not. You look at their stat line, they are exactly the same person.
Look at their film.
They are exactly the same person. Luke Musgrave is the starter. The only
You're
difference.
doing that thing though, Gator.
No. Listen. Let me finish.
Gator, before you finish.
No. I want him to eat real quick.
No. I'm bringing Musgrave up real quick. They must be hearing me. Scott Fishbowl, I just got the alert. He just got drafted 9-11 in my draft.
Yeah.
Probably because they watched this fucking show.
He's the starter.
Yes, Musgrave is questionably, undoubtedly, without a fucking
Tucker Kraft is the backup. Period. The end. No questions asked. Now, the biggest question that everybody has is Christian Watson. What is Christian Watson? I was talking to
Christian Watson's a fucking nobody.
Christian Watson can be somebody
he's gonna fucking stay healthy.
But that's the thing. That's
the
many
point.
The tests have been run. So I was sitting there talking to our good buddy just a few days ago when they did the test at the end of the year last year. His left hamstring was 40% less muscle than his right hamstring.
Yes.
Now,
yes.
they've built it back up over this offseason to where there's like 6% difference in the two. Now,
because if receivers that are there are that much better.
If that stays true and he can stay on the field, that's an additional weapon that he only had for like 4 games last year. And when he had him in those 4 games, it was only 7 touchdowns. Nothing crazy for 4 games. Just 7 touchdowns. That's it. That's all that mattered.
I'll give you
but
that.
Then you add Jaden Reed, and you add Romeo Dobbs, and then you add a fucking bruiser like Marshawn Lloyd in the backfield. Fuck Josh Jacobs.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That's a 1-year deal, even though it's a 4-year contract. It's
Really
4
quick,
1-year deals. So
Jacobs,
it's basically a fucking college scholarship for Josh Jacobs. Marshawn Lloyd is the fucking back to worry about in that offense.
Really quick, Josh Jacobs ranked in the lower 21.5 percentile in terms of yards after contact last year, which is very unusual because in his previous years, he excelled in that category, ranking anywhere between 1 through 5.
And I apologize. It was the year before that was the 7 touchdowns in 4 games. But it was last year, 3 touchdowns, 3 consecutive games. So, 1 touchdown in 3 consecutive games at the end of the year before he ended up getting injured. But the year prior, 4 games, 7 touchdowns. So,
hey, having the ability to come back and correct, in the words of Great Pimp C, you're a Southern gentleman.
100%.
Bitch your game, talk your shit.
If Christian Watson can stay on the field, and if the medical stuff that they've done in this offseason, that will absolutely help Jordan Love.
I don't think that Christian Watson is a great definer. I don't think that he is. I think that this team is perfectly fine without him.
Without Watson?
I think that's an added weapon, and that's the ultimate. That's the ultimate thing. I mean, you look at what the Jacksonville Jaguars did.
It's a cute weapon. It's a cute weapon.
With you look at what the Jacksonville Jaguars just did with Trevor Lawrence and paid that man the best he's ever done in 3 full years is 8th overall as far as a quarterback. Jordan Love in his fucking rookie year, last year, 5th. So
yes. Yes, I understand that. I completely.
Gator, can I ask you a question? Just real quick. In your opinion, number 1 wide receiver on that team is?
On
Green Bay.
It's going to be Christian Watson if he's healthy.
See, that's where me and you disagree.
I think healthy.
It's still Jaden Reed.
Reed is ready. Reed is ready.
You talking about just PPR?
Reed said, put them hands up, boy.
I'm just telling you. I think Christian Watson's healthy. Christian Watson can do everything.
Give me Reed, Dobbs, Wicks as that 3, and I'm ready to rock. I'm ready to go toe to toe. Because here's the thing, they all got dogs. They all got that dog in them.
Robbie's a Commanders fan. That's the problem.
No, it's not, bro. I know wide receivers.
Robbie, I will say this. I agree with Gator.
What have you done for me lately?
No, I agree with Gator in one sense. I'm not saying it's because you're a Commanders fan, but you're saying Wicks because of Virginia.
No, it has nothing to do with that.
Listen, Dontavian Wicks, nobody even knew who Dontavian Wicks was.
I'm going to be honest. I never watched a single piece of Dontavian Wicks in college, so I didn't even know that he was from Virginia, so you just now said so.
Nobody even knew who Dontavian Wicks was until like week 74 last year.
No, bro. No, bro. I've been on it. As soon as I saw Dontavian Wicks last year as a Packer, I was like, that.
For 2 weeks. For 2 weeks, he was great. He was Gabe Davis. Gabe Davis
was ready to go. He's ready to go. He's ready to beat Tyler Boyd to what Tyler Boyd was in Cincinnati.
Gabe Davis.
So Taco, before you do your takes,
I'll take Gabe Davis for Dontavian Wicks.
I want Taco to tell me what college Christian Watson went to.
North Dakota State.
Austin. What?
I said Taco, not you.
And Taco says, what auction?
North Dakota State, bro.
No, he said what option.
Okay, where'd Jaden Reed go?
Look, I'm going to keep it real.
Don't make me answer that.
The offensive set.
Michigan State.
No.
Let Gator.
Oh,
Yeah, he's right. Let Taco go.
Did Taco already win? I thought.
No, he hasn't.
All right, Taco, go ahead.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. From what you guys did, is you just made the case of not only do I think that Love has exceeded expectations, because I remember last year when Robbie was like, "I'm not touching Love, no here," and now we look at Love and we sit there like, okay, he's a solid dude. And personally, when I look at his skill set, I see his production, I see the team here. He just screams undervalued, like, gem. He's not going to be the best, but
the whole offense.
Yeah, I agree. Like, the only problem is you don't know who's going to pop. And like, I wish, like, this is like, and this is, they're like a Houston Texans light.
Yes. All right. Fine. Fuck it. All right. Just keep.
That's why I said Bobby Slowick.
Taco. Can I get you to do one of these to scope? All righty. And this is where we're gonna go right into what I was saying, ladies and gentlemen. There are so many mouths to feed on this offense, which is where when we get into our next segment here, when we talk about skeleton keys, there's a lot of different fantasy football skeleton keys. What makes a skeleton key is when you don't really know what it could be, but you know some shit's going to fucking pop off, and you just want to be there first, ladies and gentlemen. We want to get the weapons of mass destruction before they actually hide them. That was a terrible fucking reference. Listen, I bring up all comedy and all jokes in a humorous preference to say that when it comes to a make or break situation, the team that we've talked about on this tape, the Green Bay Packers, when we look at the data across the board from single quarterback to 2 QB, super flags, our Scott Fishbowl formats, our best ball formats, etc., dynasty. We're going to start talking about offenses that are equitable. But for fun and for marketing, I call them skeleton keys, because you can start unlocking a lot of different shit throughout these offenses, because offenses have to grow. That they may have one identity right now. That identity could vastly fucking change, and it's up to us to help you predict that landscape. The discussion that happened around Green Bay tonight is fully encompassing. What Gator said about Josh Jacobs in the backfield is so important. And then how they're not and then he brought up Marshawn Lloyd, and then I doubled down. Hey, Marshawn Lloyd's going to be that change of pace, maybe what A.J. Dillon was in year 1 or 2 of what we saw of A.J. Dillon in Marshawn Lloyd. So now we're going to talk about 3 offenses right now. I'm going to give each cast member the ability, the chance to pick a skeleton key off of each team. Once a key is taken, they cannot take a key from that other team unless it is the second half of their take. So the teams will be Tennessee, Chargers, and what was that other one I had on there? Hang on. And Buffalo. These are 3 teams that no one knows a whole lot about. Okay. Taco's going to start the game off. If he takes a key from Tennessee, that means Gator. Your first take has to be a team from somewhere else, and then you can come back, and if you want to add a key to the other team, you can.
Got it. I didn't know where we were going with this.
All right. In fantasy football, there's always an offense that leaves you with question marks. Tonight, I want to talk about 3. Tennessee Titans, Los Angeles Chargers, and the Buffalo Bills. all in the lower half of skill position rankings, according to Bill Barnwell of ESPN. Give me your skeleton keys on these teams for fantasy football. Let's face it. There's only one. The ball can only go to one player at a time. Taco, pick your key from these 3 teams.
I'll take Keon Coleman.
Spicy.
I'll take
No, you get
Joshua.
one.
Wait.
No,
No,
you get
you only
one.
get one. So now you have to justify your key. You have to justify why
You
you
get
took
one.
that key.
You get one for all 3 teams.
Yeah, so because you have to pass it down. So after you get this one player, you got to justify why you took this key.
Because I think by the end of the season, he's going to end up being the number 1 receiver for Josh Allen. And I'm not playing for week 1. I'm playing for the playoffs. I know my team's going to be good. And I'm going to look at where his ADP is sitting at right now. He's like the 51st wide receiver. Oh, my God. For the value that I'm going to be able to get this guy for like a wide receiver 3, wide receiver 4 price for a guy that will end the season when I'm in the playoffs, when the shit matters, going to probably be one of the top guys. When you give me all those offenses and you tell me to sort for a guy, that's the guy that I look at. That's the guy that stands out. I've seen him make some explosive plays so far in camp. I look at the way that Josh Allen plays. I look at the way that team is set up. It is a risk because he's a rookie. You don't know exactly what he's going to do. But, I mean, let's face it. You don't win fantasy championships by sitting on your hands and not doing anything. You got to throw them dice and make it clang. And we're putting a little flag on Keon Coleman.
I do like that. By the way, before I pass to each person, you also have to strengthen the other person's key, by the way. One thing that I do want to strengthen that really quick is I was able to pair him in SFB with Josh Allen from the 3 spot, Josh Allen being my first pick, with Keon Coleman coming off the board in the 10th round. And I honestly probably could have waited. So super equitable. I like that in an offense to where they rank at that bottom tier of just skill positions outside of QB, just the skill positions rankings alone per Bill Barnwell. I like that. Gator.
Yeah. Everybody knows I'm not a huge Keon Coleman fan, but I do like that pick there, Taco. Like Robbie said to start with, the ball's got to go somewhere. The vacated targets from Steph Diggs is, it's going to be huge. I was unable to grab him in Scott Fishbowl, but I was able to get actually 2 other receivers from Josh Allen. And I got Josh Allen at the 4th, so I was happy to have that for SFP. But my skeleton key, and you guys might be a little surprised when I bring this guy's name up, but it's DeAndre Hopkins.
Out of 3 teams, ladies and gentlemen, we have unlocked 2 keys from 2 teams. Key 1, Keon Coleman. Key 2, DeAndre Hopkins. Gator, take it away with D-Hop.
Look, you've got the Callahans coming in with this offense. No more Derrick Henry, no more King Henry there. This is no longer going to be a rushing offense. This is going to be Will Levis, prove it, put it up in the air. Yes, you're going to have some Calvin Ridley mixed in. But look, Will Levis, D-Hop already have the combination. You look back at week 8 last year against Atlanta, where he only had 6 targets, caught 4 of them, 3 of them for touchdowns. It's ridiculous. 130 yards, right at 130 yards for D-Hop in that one game. Going off the board right now as wide receiver 22, you can catch him somewhere in that 4th, 5th round range. If you reach a little bit, and then you can get Will Levis.
That's that he is in that range, correct?
No, that's in just normal redraft. He's in that 4th, 5th rounds for normal redraft. I actually got him in
for the audience.
I think I got him in like the 6th round in SFB. So he's somewhere in that range, but it's all redraft when it comes down to that. But when you're looking at somebody like D-Hop, yes, he's getting older. He's 32 years old. But he is a coach on the field, number 1. Calvin Ridley's coming in. They've never had 2 wide receivers in there since Steve McNair's been there. It's been that long since they've had 2 solid wide receivers. And nobody gives a damn about Treylon Burks anymore because he's just a gunner on punt returns. So nobody cares. The biggest thing is no running game right now. You've got Pollard. You've got Tajay Spears. Yes, they're going to get the ball, but it's going to be more of a 50-50 split between the two of them. This is going to be a Callahan. Go look at what the Cincinnati Bengals have done in the past with Callahan there. It is going to be a pass game, pass heavy, pass centric offense, more like a 60% pass. And D-Hop is probably going to get somewhere in that, well, I'm going to guess somewhere in that 24% target share. And if he's getting that, with Will Levis throwing the ball with that nothing but a cannon, buddy, watch out. D-Hop to the moon this year.
See, I like that. And with that, and this is why they got included into that skeleton key category, because they kind of one of those things where like you don't know what can happen, but this could unlock some different doors for you in fantasy, whether it's trade value, whether it's et cetera. It's better to get ahead of this 8 ball now, and we start pinpointing these targets of, hey, we told you guys to, back in July 12th, on Rumboyz After Dark, to like pinpoint D-Hop or pinpoint, I
want to bring this up real quick, Robbie, because I heard this last night from a buddy of mine. They were actually, it was not a buddy. It was a female companion of mine, through the industry.
Buddy, still buddy.
She had Austin Eckler 2 years ago. And the other manager felt like they could win. So they wanted to trade Austin Eckler, or they wanted to get Austin Eckler from her. So they gave her Jordan Love straight up for Eckler for Love straight up.
When
this is a situation where if Tennessee and D-Hop connect and it happens, if you're in a rebuild of any sort and you have D-Hop on your team week 2, week 3, it's a very good possibility that you could trade him and get a stud or multiples.
So D-Hop went at 10-7. So yeah, at SFB this year.
Ridiculous value.
So I mean, just wanted to point that out. One of the things I do want to do, keeping the exercise clean and everything, strengthening Gator's take with D-Hop. With that, you're banking. That whole offense is a gamble. You're relying on Levis to be able to make the next step and step up, so on and so forth, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Let's say that he doesn't make the next leap. D-Hop is always going to be that bailout. D-Hop is always a target, even if he does make the next leap, where in the fuck it somewhere, someone is down there situations that he's going to be able to connect to D-Hop. We know that D-Hop has the infamous Thanos Jordan glove going up for the catch as he was an Arizona Cardinal meme. I don't doubt that we don't get a couple of those this year. From an offense that may be underneath the rest, from a defense that may be getting the ball into their quarterback's hands more opportunities and more times than what he may be expecting. Listen, there's a beautiful thing being set up there in Tennessee, and I can't embellish it enough. I want to save some for another episode or for when I go into my fantasy football friendly series to talk about Tennessee. Do your research, guys. Something's there. As bettors, sometimes you listen to the gut. It's doing it. Mike, take us away with the Charger skeleton key, but then strengthen the other keys.
Well, I was picking Hopkins if he took a Charger, so that just that's all the strength I need to give you is I was picking Hopkins.
My keys were different from all of y'all so far.
I don't know. Someone else.
Well, I'll tell you this. My key. I'll just give real quick. My key for the Bills is no other than Curtis Samuel. Sorry. Joe Brady likes to shop for the vet. Joe Brady as the OC shop for the vegetables and the groceries for dinner.
Well, you got to strengthen his Keon Coleman take. You can't just
no. You said I had to strengthen Gators.
No,
you said I had to strengthen Gators because Gator was after
around you.
No, you said I had to strengthen Gators because Gator
That's
was
why
after.
I've been strengthening everyone else's keys.
When was the last time Curtis stayed healthy in his career?
Shut up, Taco.
Taco, shut the fuck up. This is
okay.
Robbie can change the rules how he wants to. This is his goddamn game.
You have to strengthen the keys around you. We're strengthening each other's keys.
I can't strengthen Keon Coleman because I had him like a wide receiver 8 as a
Boom.
rookie.
There it is. There it is. There's your take. Boom.
Okay. My Chargers key.
Somebody needs to clip that. Somebody needs to clip that. I got Keon Coleman as wide receiver 8.
And rookies.
Nope. That's not what we're saying.
Right. Gator don't do them like that.
So I took this a little bit different. I went a little bit deeper on this Charger one because Harbaugh likes to use a little bit different. They signed a free agent, $14 million contract, not a wide receiver, not a running back. Give me Will Dissly, baby.
Oh, boo.
Damn.
Boo. I thought you were going Cody Parkinson.
As a stream,
such a fire take.
Parkinson's the Rams.
No, I'm doing this shot. Oh my god!
But,
that was
you know who I really like from the Chargers this year? Who I'm interested in?
All right, Taco.
As a streaming tight end,
can we let people have yo? You're like Cosmic Kev, bro. Have Cosmic Kev just be interrupting the interview? Hang on.
As a streaming tight end, I love this.
Wait. I'm gonna give just where just is due. Everybody had really fucking good takes, but Mike said, "Hang on, I got something for you, bitch." Like that Will Dissly, you dug deep, and it's not a bad tape because here's
there's not much on that team.
That's where you're wrong, but no one else is thinking that. You're doing the unthinkable. This segment is about helping people find skeleton keys. It's about helping people find a way to get ahead of the game. And I'm not. I was going to say I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. But you might be on something. In a run-heavy offense where they may have to get into pass scenarios and maybe rely on play actions and RPO, what's a better fucking outlet, Mike?
And the other player I will bring up, like this is my pick.
Wait, no, just what's the better option?
Nothing. Tight end.
Who has the
Diddy
out of any? What I'm about to say is going to be crazy, no Diddy, but we're going to keep it, NFL shit, right? What other veteran tight end of that size? Like we're talking about. We used the fighting analogy earlier. We're talking about someone that's built like Tyson fucking Fury or LeBron James for the basketball fans.
I'm just going to say this: Greg Roman used to coach Mark Andrews.
Why do you?
They should have been saved for diamond in the rough. We should have saved this for diamonds in the rough.
Why do you just sit there and just toss away a guy that's basically the exact same size?
And Cody?
No. And Hayden Hurst.
That's the other. I was going to bring that up.
No. Wasn't going to mention Hayden because Hayden.
You should.
I'll see you soon, Hayden.
No, there's a reason.
I get it.
Hayden, I love you. You know why?
I do too. I got you. Well, I was just going to bring up that that they can run the 1-2 combo like they can Mark Andrews and Likely. That's what I was going to bring up.
Yeah,
man, I like me some Joshua Palmer.
Well, here I go to strengthen up all the keys, and I'll give out individual keys. Look, I'll start with Joshua Palmer, like you mentioned, Taco. I've always said this: the man's vertical is fucking crazy, guys. All right, the man can jump out the gym and go out there and get it at the high point. Josh or Justin Herbert loves that shit. He loves to plant the ball up there at the high point to go and get it. Loves contested catches. That's what made Mike Williams so successful. Josh Palmer's going to do that and replicate that. Sorry, QJ, you're an afterthought. You're way at the bottom of this list. You could not even come close to unlocking a skeleton key. I don't even know if you're going to make diamonds in the rough, dude. Like, when we do diamonds in the rough, like, I don't even know if you're going to make diamonds in the rough. It's like, if you're not making skeleton key, you're not making diamonds in the rough. Like, that's straight up. Like, that's rules. I don't make the rules.
Make the rules.
Like,
Can he even catch a ball with Velcro gloves?
God damn it, Mike. No. So yeah. But the skeleton key that's what I'm gonna add there. I'm not gonna get into anything else with the Chargers. I feel like there's elsewhere we could have gone with, the running game, but we're gonna leave it there. We know, Justin, you can pass. It shows you can pass without having to rely on this running game. We know the running game is probably going to take over, though. But does it make you a skeleton key or a diamond in the rough? Gator, your team was Tennessee?
Yes.
I said everything I could have said about D-Hop, so I am going to add Calvin Ridley to that list. The breaking routes and the way that these two will be able to work in exchange with those routes is going to be super interesting. It has to be very fluid in the concept. And if that can work out, then I'm going to be honest. I've already said it on social media, and I'm going to say it on air because I don't have to type it. I can say it right here, and I'm going to stand by my take later on in the season. Tennessee's going to upset a lot of teams. I have Tennessee on upsets above 500. I'm going to do that right now on air.
Where did he go in your Scott Fish Bowl? Just want to know.
D-Hop or C-Rid?
Rid.
Rid? Let me just double check. I want to say 6.
I'll say this. This makes Will Levis really interesting, I think, coming into the season and where his ADP is.
Here's the reason I asked the question on where.
Keep it down with the Will Levis.
Here's the reason I asked where Ridley went. I'd have to look in mine as well.
He went 8-7 in mine.
Okay, so 8th round. Where did a Hop go in that is same draft?
No. He hasn't been picked yet.
Okay. So here's the
We're all doing the same shit.
Yeah, I want to go and look because the problem I'm having is just a few months ago. I don't know if you remember this or not.
Really went 9-8, 1 round before D-Hop.
Okay. The Callahan said Ridley could run the exact same position as some guy named Jayamara.
Fuck.
Case? Gayamara Case?
Case.
Don't do that.
So, I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting.
And that's the thing. And what's crazy about the Titans is that, like, as an organization, we're all colleagues. You can tap into anyone with any organization. You'll see who fucks with who follows who back.
Real quick, I just want to give it to you. I took D-Hop in the 8th.
Pause.
Calvin Ridley went a full 2 rounds later.
Okay, so the inverse happened where Ridley went around earlier and D-Hop went around later in mine. The analysis around this team is super crazy. So, like, I just want you guys to really hone in and focus on that. It's going to be one of the two, and that's why I have Ridley as a skeleton key for me. And then Taco's team was the Buffalo Bills. For me, my skeleton key is Dawson Knox. Fort Knox. Long staple on this channel. With that being said and stated, this team is going to go 12 personnel heavy. I feel like we should already know that. Anyone that's not named Keon Coleman may not be seeing targets. By the way, I just want to mention it has
Dalton Kincaid just asked for a meeting with you, Robbie.
By the way, it has been since 1985, since a rookie wide receiver, or no, 1987, I'm sorry, since a rookie wide receiver has totaled 8,000 reception yards since being picked up. T. Higgins was the last one to be close at 900 and what? Correct me if I'm wrong, 57 or 87? Something like that.
I'm just in awe that you were just like threw
Glossed over.
Dalton Kincaid to the freaking trash can. I'm like, what the?
I didn't want to do Dalton Kincaid because I know it's not a skeleton key.
What's
Like,
that? Like you can't.
No, but you said he's not. You said that the only other person getting targets was Keon Coleman.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of the 12 personnel.
Okay, Pacho.
Wait. You think that Dalton Kincaid is going to be the tight end 1 on that team?
No, I think that Dalton Kincaid will be the tight end 1. Dawson Knox will be the tight end 2.
That's what I meant. Okay.
Coleman will be 3rd in receptions. I could see a formula that works out that way.
Okay. I'm not going to disagree with you. I think there's a couple of other players that could.
But that formula is super far-fetched.
I don't think it's super far-fetched. No, I don't.
Fuck yeah. Dude, 2 tight ends being your top receiving. Like, it's not going to fucking happen. It's not going to shake up that way, but I feel like when I look at it on paper, I'm like, these are the more talented fucking hands. Like, I trust these 2 more than anyone else. That also shows where I feel about Keon Coleman. So, keep that fair is fair. Let's see if we can get into one more tonight. I'm cutting out one topic to make room for one. Why? Because I can executive produce shit like that. That's why. UFC Denver. Mañana. It's looking like right now. I can go on air and I can say this. It's looking like right now I might go to the fight. That's the only reason why we're discussing this topic. I haven't been to a fight since I fought in a fucking fight.
I thought that's what you were saying. You were going to be in the fight.
No. Oh, if I was in the fight, y'all better fucking take my bets. What are you talking about?
I want to take your bets. I'd be in your corner.
Yeah. Wait, what the fuck?
10 cup.
He'd be the cut man. He's like, Robbie, don't worry. I got you, brother.
Hashtag 10 cup.
Hashtag 10 cup. I'm going to take a shot. Gator's so inspiring.
What's Gator got? Oh, Gator's just got a beer.
No,
Gator's sipping water.
Yeah.
But
no, he's sipping fucking Bud Light.
Exactly, water.
Yo, if y'all have not seen
it should be legal to drive with now.
If y'all have not seen the fucking Blake Shelton Post Malone music video for I Need a Drink.
I have not.
You have not?
It's a Bud Light advertisement.
Yes.
That's all it is. It's not a music video. It's a commercial for 4 minutes and 45 fucking seconds.
I mean, if you didn't know Blake Shelton was a Bud Light guy, you do.
Well, Post Malone is signed by them and Raising Cane's. They have a joint deal together.
Raising Cane's is right down the road for me.
Yeah,
that's where Raising Cane's is. So it's
yeah,
literally like 5 minutes down the road. When I say down the road, most people would be like, "Yeah, it's down the road." An hour and a half. No, it's
funny. So Post signed that Bud Light and Raising Cane's deal in a parking lot of a Dallas Raising Cane's outside of Cowboy Stadium.
Yeah.
And then turned that Raising Cane's into a Dallas Cowboys themed.
Yes.
Raising Cane's.
He's got a Dallas themed in Utah.
Here's the thing. How dare you remind your fan base that's a fan of your music and your team that they have to blow the dust off their VHS tapes?
What's better than having the home state Chick-fil-A have 5 or 6 spots in your home stadium.
And you
A
can't
home
even,
stadium.
Closed on
and
Sunday.
you can't even sell Chick-fil-A on a game day.
If y'all want to come here for breweries and dispensaries,
That
hit
is the
me up.
dumbest thing the Falcons ever did.
I'm not a Falcons fan, so it doesn't surprise me.
UFC Denver picks.
You know what? That's
I
the
just want
one
to do the main
thing.
event. I just want to do the main event.
That's the one thing that the Falcons and the Giants have in common: stupidity.
I just want to do the main event.
I just did that for you, Taco. I love
Thug Rose, Tracy Cortez, my wifey.
Did you see what she had to
Who
do
do we
today?
got winning? What?
What's the line?
Did you see what she had to do today to make weight?
Yes, I saw everything.
I wanted to make sure you saw that.
I'm in the city.
There's nothing you can pull.
I'll still pull that whole stuff.
Taco.
All right, I'm
You better
taking.
pick my wife. You better pick my wife.
I'm telling you right now, I sure as hell ain't taking Thug Rose, so I'm taking your wife.
Let's go. Let's go. Tyler, what's your pick?
Yeah, I'm on the same wave. I don't think Thug Rose gonna pull it out.
I don't think she has it anymore.
Is there a video? Is there a video I can look at? Because I need to know what the hell the Mike's talking about.
She had a cutter.
Bro,
She had
bro,
long.
I'm finding the video. I'm finding it. I'm finding it. Hang on.
and then I want to know the line.
No, this is all you need to see. You just need to see.
She was a half pound overweight. That's all you need to know.
You just need to see
Who's
the fight.
overweight? Rose?
Cortez.
Cortez.
Oh,
half pound. Nigga, it doesn't matter.
Betting wise, I don't know why, but I'm
Is she
seeing
running a
free
lot?
fight parlay.
Hold
Wait, I'm gonna share it. Share.
on. Rose is minus 230. Tracy is
All right.
plus 190.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay. This is when she walked up. This is when she walked up with her haircut. I'm trying to find the haircut video. So there's a video where she walks up. Her hair is here, bro. Like it's like down her back, and they're like,
so she cut her hair.
yeah,
So
she's
she's
overweight. They're like, Ma, you're overweight. Like, yeah, you know. So she's like, hey, fuck yo. She comes back crying because she just had to cut her hair.
She's holding her hair.
Yeah, she's holding her hair, and she's like, and steps on the scale, just straight up, just and look the judges, and they're like, you just made weight perfect, bro. Listen,
So she's winning tomorrow, is what you're saying. I'm with that. Okay.
bro.
Her marketing team really had this played out.
What? Fuck no.
Bud Light.
What? Bro, you're crazy. Yo,
Big
this
Shelton had something to do with it. Post
good.
Malone had something to do with it. Bud Light had everything to do with it.
She knew what time it was.
So good. This fight's gonna be so good, and I'm so excited to be in the atmosphere tomorrow. Like, I'm pulling mad fucking strings to make this shit. I'm hitting up football analysts to make my UFC connections happen. Because my UFC connections are like, dog. Like, we're making it accessible already. Like, what else do you want? So we're working really hard to actually try and get as close up as we can.
Nice.
Like, we're trying to get. I think we're at a point, though, that we might just say, fuck it, sit up in the nosebleeds, get close up post-fight, and get as much as we can. Or get as close up during the prelims. And because I don't think the stadium's going to fill. It's been weird, bro.
Remember, UFC 1 was there. UFC 1 was there.
A UFC 1, exactly. I know. Dude, the prices have been going crazy. The price has been fluctuating. Like, I'm so excited. I think I'm more excited because it's a fight in my city. It's a parade inside my city, yeah. We're not doing that again this year. We're not running through that again this year. But no, like, for real. I hope for such a good fight. I hope the ladies have a great fight. I want to be in the building tomorrow. Like, Thug Rose. Like, come on. Stop hyping a shitty card. Bro, are you kidding? Are you kidding?
She trains in Colorado. It's not a shitty card.
Dude, it is.
It's a fight night. It's a fight night. It's not a pay-per-view.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, bro, I'm
Oh, so you have a chance to be on TV.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ponzinibbio's fighting. Drew Dober's fighting. This is not.
Yeah, Drew Dober's fighting, bro. Dober.
I don't know. Me just looking off this, I kind of would take a Cortez, Silva, Santiago.
I'm all in on
3-leg parlay.
I'm all in on
it ain't bad. Like, there's action, bro. Listen.
I mean, UFC has been super profitable for us.
Before we sign off, listen, outside of Copa, outside of Euros,
Copa.
outside of MLB, what the fuck other action do you have? Shakur Stevenson sucked last weekend in boxing.
I thought you said Shador Sanders, but okay, never mind. Different guy.
Don't say that. Robbie will hurt
He
you.
no Terrence Crawford.
I'm saving that topic for a different episode, for a pilot that we gotta film. Look, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy tomorrow. The summer's closing. Football's coming. What is it? 13 more something? No.
55 days
55 days.
until opening.
55 days. Shut the fuck up.
Derek Brooks.
Until
Derek
opening
Brooks.
Thursday.
Derek Brooks.
I got
Hey.
54 days until it's time to.
Look, here's how we're gonna do this. We're gonna sign off right here, right now.
Well, hang on. I got one thing I want to say. First of all, to Victor, back early in the show, he's like, "Go Padres, whatever." You're taking an ass whooping. Number one, by the Braves. Number two, quit trying to be the Miami Marlins with this fucking uniform. That's ridiculous. If you haven't seen this uniform that the Padres are wearing, it is the goddamn Florida Marlins. Stop doing that. Be yourself. Wear your brownies.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rumboyz Robbie. That's Drop the Mic FF. With
That's my
the
name.
toxic, with the toxic taco TDS.
What?
Gator, thank you for joining us tonight. Hey yo, fellas, you ready to do this?
Hey.
Oh, cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboys and girls, what it do. Dilly, we love and appreciate all of you. Dilly.
Thank you.